What's up, Tom? Howdy, everybody. It is Tuesday, and we are live again. How is everybody? Oh, what do we got here? Let me pause that. Tom, how the hell are you? Dan, Unfinished, Lars, Wendy. Dan, don't encourage Unfinished. He'll make it. Come on, don't do that. I may have to make another video on my smoked corn again, huh? Definitely a game changer. I love it. What up, bro? Why is this thing slowing down? Jason's your internet okay? What's up, Dan? Getting ready for Saturday at Cedar Point. Man, really? Is it open? I didn't even pay attention. Well, I mean, it's not supposed to be hateful out, so I hope you have a good time, man. You seen a Pinto? Where were you? Dude, I haven't seen a Pinto in, I can't say how long. It's been forever. Last one I saw was like a baby blue. It had the old, Jason, I said of those wheels, it was like the shiny steel wheel with a chrome center cap. And I mean, it didn't look bad, but wow. A Pinto. Baby moons, I think Jason called them. Maybe that's what they're called. I don't know. In Loveland, okay. 67, 68 Camaros. Heck yeah. Well, I mean, before the storms hit, there was a lot of hot rods out. I've got some, I'm Rissa. I've got some time set aside where I'm going to hang out and work on the Camaro and see if I can't get it up and going. We've just had so many motors and transmissions and other shit going on that I haven't had the energy to stay and work on it. Plus, I had to rush home yesterday and get the grass mowed before it started raining, or before it got dark, because today it rained. It has stormed all freaking day, and it's been nasty. Jason, a little slow. My printer's being a real. Yeah, I know. Oh. So, what have you worked on, Dan? Sorry, I'm spinning in my chair. You always talk about this Camaro and beginning to think it's not real. Oh no, it's real. It's just not been to your house yet, and you've not been to my house. Been to your house a few times, but you still not been to mine. So that's not fair. Started raining today right after I got done changing out the drive wheels and sharpening the blade. Yeah, I did that. I sharpened the blade and cleaned the deck off, I think 2 weeks ago, something like that. I had grass a half-inch thick underneath the deck of that mower. How was Dega, dude? I think to be fair, I searched trying to find a way to watch it, and I don't have cable anymore. And I tried downloading Fox onto my TV, and it just wasn't cooperating. So I don't even know who Nail won. Even tried to do it on my laptop, and it still wouldn't cooperate. I think it was awesome. I bet it was. It was on Fox. Yeah, I think that's the only thing it was streaming on, from what I was reading. So I was trying everything I could, and so I ended up just go to a barn watch. I had shit to do. I listened to the on radio for a little bit. Yeah, there's more thunder. Watch a little online. Yeah, I downloaded Fox on my phone and my laptop, but for some reason my Spectrum internet, for some reason it wouldn't support it. I don't know why. It's whatever. It was almost 80 this morning, but very windy. Now it's almost 40. Damn, that's a big difference, Mac. Go to a bar and watch. I can't even went there. Just replaced ABS motor, master cylinder on a 25 Ram. Holy crap, man. Hi, Danny. They show the start and then as the first commercial break, they end the stream and then start a new stream with the middle of the picture. Oh. I saw there was a couple wrecks, they highlighted. I was able to watch those, but I'll share some video, met some cool people, and sleeves ripped off. You had to have seen Cletus, huh? Dude, I love how he's getting out there and doing everything. Hey, Colleen. No more brake booster. Yeah, I heard. I've not got to encounter any one of those yet, but we've had some other shit. Hey, Don. We've had a few that no one's wanted to fix. The wind got so bad like 20 minutes ago, and we lost power till. Oh, wow. Holy moly. The weather here is okay right now. We got some little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning, not anything serious. It's just the power's flickered a couple times. Internet was kind of sketchy. It's okay right now. Brake by wire. Fantastic. God, that sucks. How busy will you be replacing car computers after an EMP? It depends on how strong the waves are. If it's enough just to interrupt the communication, everything will be fine. But if it's enough where it'll start melting the boards and all that, That's going to be an adventure. What up, Dylan? So you got the Guna running. Oh, damn. Ridley is watching Lord of the Rings with us. Mechanical linkage for the win. So, Dad's Camaro had mechanical linkage years ago, and we did away with it because of the intake manifold was so tall. We ended up putting a low car cable on it. Rob, how is everyone? And yes, the car is ready for the dyno and testing whichever comes first. Hell yes. It sounds good. Had a wildfire about 50 miles from us. They got it under control. Trees fell down on power lines and caused fire. Damn. Well, glad everybody come out okay. I always wanted a handheld device for those folks. Thumping stereos. Yeah, the handhelds don't put out a whole lot of juice. It'll interrupt communication and, turn it off for a minute, but it'll come back on. Now, the other stuff that's like driven by cars because it's so damn heavy, a personnel carrier carrying that EMP, those are pretty serious. I don't know if we'll ever get to that level here just because of our military and our, you know, everybody watching them, but who knows? Colleen, that's not right. My truck has mechanical, which leads to a cable under the hood. Yeah. Um, I've heard horror stories about mechanical leakage and motor mounts breaking and, hanging throttle wide open, things like that. I'm going to get her going to sleep, hopefully. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Love you. Give Ridley a kiss for me. There we go. Getting the sleeves ripped off. You growl at your phone. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's cool stuff. Thanks for sharing, Ray. That was awesome. Was that George ripping? George cut it, and then gas can tore him off. I can't remember the real freaking names anymore. No, it'd be cool to meet him. So what's new in the crew? Man, same old shit. Just waiting on the good weather to roll in. I heard that the racetrack up the road from us has actually been open, and I didn't even know. I haven't even been. Just cut them with scissors. That's not the point, Dan. Got to rip them off. Used to rip off your sleeves by flexing, huh? Pretty impressive. But yeah, I've not procrastinated, but just after working all day, I didn't want to stay and work on my car at all. But I've got some time set aside. I'm going to try and get up there and get my car fixed so that I can drive it and take it to the track. I've got to get my. Did you hear about the tracks in Iowa? No, what happened? I've got to get my. So my fuel injection is there's a crank fuel and a startup fuel. I got to get those two differentiated on which I need to amp up a little bit more because it'll prime and then start and die after the battery's been disconnected. So I got to get in there and change something so that when I key on, it'll prime it and then keep the fuel fed. For some reason, it's killing it, and I don't know why. I've got to crank it and start it probably 5, 6 times before it'll actually start up and run. Mill and Dragway, I have not. Test and tune. I mean, there's several different ones. I think Thursday is regular test and tune. Saturday started their Super Saturdays. They passed a bill if the track was their first. Oh, cool. Heck yeah. Yeah. For first start, yes. It does a cold start fuel. There's after warm up fuel, all that kind of stuff. That's that speed density side of the tuning. Um, but that's the only thing I struggle with this fuel injection. Other than that, it runs great. Well, if I didn't disconnect the battery, it would have started. But I've disconnected the battery because of that taillight harness that they messed up on. So once I get that fixed, I won't have to disconnect the battery. Yeah, it's all right. They should do the same thing for airports. If you move next to an airport, expect noises. Yeah, yeah. How could you knowingly buy the house without knowing it's by an airport? I personally wouldn't care, just because um, if I could afford the real estate out there by Killcare, I would totally be down for it. It would put me to sleep. It's crazy they're doing that. Yeah. You grew up dating international and old first generation turbojets like this. What? Oh, yeah. I mean, they're still loud. They got the 747s with those big four engines. I'm sure it rumbles everything. But I mean, that's the price you pay by living by the airport. There have been a few airports that got shut down by lawsuits in Michigan. Wow. Hey, Wendy. Yeah, that phone can be a pain in the ass sometimes, can't it? Oh, yeah. Definitely smoky and stanky. Smell like diesel every time they fly over you. Yeah, we had a Ford truck. Oh, We had a Ford truck towed in tonight, and the guy had, pulled up to the bay door and dropped it, and still had it on high idle, and was just filling the shop full of fucking diesel fumes. And yeah, it's cool you can tow it in, but damn, it stinks. You basically probably hear turbo. No, we don't. We don't hear turbojets. I mean, we hear the big Boeings, the big cargo planes or personnel planes or whatever you want to call it, and some small delivery planes go in and out. But typically, it always happens throughout the day. Now, sometimes they do, maneuvers early AM or late PM, just as, practice and whatnot. But we always get a warning. I get emails and things like that letting me know that stuff like that's going to happen. Not to be alarmed that we're not going to war, anytime soon. But yeah, yeah. Um, C-17 cargo planes. Yeah, I mean they're big, they're loud, but typically it only happens through the day. Did you see numbers ran about these people trying to build on a cliff in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? They want to pay their water tower. Oh, wow. That's their test and tune. That's right, Dan. Well, and they got to be able to get their flight time in and things like that. But like I said, there are some of the maneuvers they do as practice, and it'll happen very early AM, or there's been times we hear um, the war helicopters, whatever they are, not Apaches, there's something else now, but 4, 6, 8 of those will fly over, and boy, when those Chinooks fly over, yeah, those suckers when they fly over, it shakes everything. The GE motors are loud. God damn, they are. But they have to get that tank moving. Working on a base, I get messages saying expect fire simulation in this area. Yeah. Get fighter jets when they at the Bengals game. Heck yeah. Chin hooks thump the ground on the way by. Or a Bengals game. Care flight is allowed. Dude, it's not as loud as it used to be. We'll hear the turbine as it's flying over sometimes, but dude, typically it don't last but a minute. And I hardly ever hear it anymore. I think most flights now stop at Soin before. Actually, you know what? Now that they're not a trauma center, that's probably why I haven't heard it as much now. Oh, deaf. And that's not funny. Loud noises of helicopters are actually a sonic boom caused by the rotor blades. Well, we used to have New Center 7 fly over and be able to see it, but they've not been flying by a whole lot. And then Care Flight would fly over, but I think I've heard it so many times, I just don't pay attention to it anymore. Kettering has a different helicopter that is not as loud as Careflight. Oh, well, that's probably why then, because I think this one's Kettering. That could be, yeah. Oh, well, that makes total sense. They use drones. Fantastic. I tried to order up the other day. I ordered something off Amazon, and I thought I had the option to use the drone to be able to drop it off. And they're dropping the drone thing because of people. My old neighbor was a psych emergency nurse and needs to go up with a hill pad. Oh, just to smoke. Cool. No drones near the base. Dude, there's drones all over the place over here. There was a stealth. Damn, that'd be cool. I remember when the Blackbird flew in. That was cool as hell. So the stealth flew over. I think the last, um, maybe not the last fireworks show that Right Pat had. Maybe the time before they had the stealth fly over, and that was bad as hell. If you have a registered drone, it will not. Huh. Weird. I'm gonna have to put that theory to test, Jason. I've got that drone that's gonna should follow my car, and I want to do it up Woodman. If not Woodman, it's going to be like Route 4 or something like that. So, I mean, regardless, it's going to be in the that zone. Although, I mean, our house probably closer to Right Pat than anything, but Canada elected another nutcase. um, yeah. My drone will only go up 100 feet near the base. So, is there like a field stopping it from flying there? Huh. I can't remember her name. If Jeremy jumps on here, Hatmaker jumps on here. One of our old customers from Protected Airspace Radio Signal. Okay. I don't know if I want to play with them or not, old man. That old Mac. That's my neighbor had a helicopter that was about 6 foot long. That was a toy helicopter, and he flew this thing in our court, and it was loud as shit. But he flew it in the court and then back over to his driveway and was getting ready to fuel it back up so that he could do a little bit of testing with it. And Right Pat rolled up on him and made him shut it down because it wasn't approved to be flown right there. But it was pretty good size though. They will find where your trainer is. And how high did he get? He was up pretty high. I mean, he was buzzing around for probably, I don't know, 5 or so minutes. And he come back down and fuel it back up so that he could get something else done. Ask you how you know. It's freaking crazy. They should be able to tell what size the damn thing is and where you are, that it's not a threat. But yeah, I guess if they try to, radio transmit and it's not answering, it's probably no good. But who knows? It's stupid. But I mean, Joe's helicopter was huge, man. Like I said, this thing was 6 foot long or more. The damn engine on this thing, it sounded like a damn weed eater, but open exhaust. And it was just so freaking loud. And then the props, it was loud as hell. They don't want them sucked into military jet engines. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going that high. So if they're down that damn low, there's a problem. I shouldn't have a problem with, a drone flying 15, 20 feet over my car, recording me. If there's a problem with that, then yeah, I guess I'll be paying a fine. It's 100 feet minimum, maximum. Love watching those remote-controlled small-scale jet planes. They can do over 200. Yeah, I've seen those. Well, they actually over at Right Pat, they do that. They've got jets, and then the regular prop planes and stuff over there. They do it a few times a year. Yeah, I'm not going to go over 100 feet. My car would look that fucking small. What's up, Don?
Oh, good evening.
How goes it?
Well, day by day.
I can agree.
I got my sister's.
Did you get some nasty storms earlier?
Yeah, I won't say nasty, but it rained. Yes, it rained sheets.
Well, Pittsburgh got a couple funnel clouds though.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, because I was watching the radar this afternoon because I had to do oil change for my sister today, and it's like that'll be easy, and it was. I did her brakes Sunday, and it kicked my ass. It's got the rear calipers. It's got them, and I think the piston was just close. Excuse me?
The twist in caliper?
Yeah. It got to the point it said, and we put a new caliper on it. I wasn't dealing with that because it was right. It was danger close of falling out because, she got all of these brakes. It's like, oh, man. But we got that done and didn't have time for the oil change yesterday, so I did that after work and watching the radar. I took the car back, and on the way home it poured.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not very often.
We got dumped on at work, and I turned Ryan Hull on, was watching his thing, and they showed her was over in Pittsburgh stirring up some shit.
Yeah, I put up the lightning overlay, and it was lightning all up and down. It's like, ooh. We've seen a couple lightning bolts here, but
What's up, bro?
What's up, Don? What's up, Rob? My printer
Yeah,
took
just waiting to go to bed so I can get up and do it all again tomorrow.
my printer took 44 minutes to print 8 pages.
Jesus. Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. I had it hardwired in and everything. I don't know. It was being weird because of the storm, I guess. I don't know.
Waiting for that cat to be ejected from that seat.
No, that cat can lay there all night for all I care. It's better
She's
than right
good.
here.
She good.
You know, if I would never be able to work at home because she'd be between me and the saying she can lay there all night for all I care.
I love watching Ryan and his crew because those guys are way better than our freaking Weather Channel over here.
I don't know. Tonight, I think he missed some shit because I was watching him and Channel 7, and they were on it. He was not.
I didn't watch Channel 7 at all.
Yeah,
they
were on it tonight, dude.
That second one that hit us?
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's heading towards Don now.
We got it a little bit ago.
Oh,
it's
okay.
over now.
Yeah, we got our butt.
Yeah, I was driving. Yeah. Tell you what, my car got a great wash job on the way back.
Right, exactly.
It
good
did
pressure
too.
washing. Got a good pressure washing, didn't it?
Yeah, we had pea-sized hail. It wasn't anything bad.
Yeah, we just got some. You got some rain.
I was thinking about that on the way home. It's like, man, if I got broken glass out of a hailstorm, I would cry. You know, on the Valiants, would be. I was thinking of ways I could make, plywood covers. I ain't worried about the metal getting dinged. I just don't bust the glass.
Did you see that picture I just sent you, Rob?
No.
That's what I got into today, and I had to quit.
That ain't fair.
Did you see that video of Ray getting his sleeves tore off by a gas can?
No.
I'll have to play it again. Ew.
Yeah. Did you see where it's at?
That's nasty.
Yeah, did you see where it's at?
SVG.
Dude, they have 27 units that are pre-2020 that have never been owned that are ruined. I did see that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
With a knife.
But luckily, they have that overhang.
Yeah.
They have that overhang by the service bay.
Yep.
Because I signed a contract with them, so it's going to be good money, and they'll let me have 2 spots in there to work on them. The one thing I hope did not happen though, because I got plywood put in there and everything. I could send you a picture of that, but I left the damn trim piece on the top of that when the storm came in. I went home. And I was like, oh shit! I hope that didn't hit a fucking new car. Here, I'll send you. Here's what it looked like when I left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was a hot mess though, and that's not the only one. They got another one. I probably got to do a whole 4x8 sheet on the front. And then the one next to it.
It's Kaylee's best friends with their cousin that lives in Florida, and they're moving back.
Who that is?
The customer that was coming to Beaver Creek Auto forever, and then when I left, they didn't tell her where I went. Dude, if you saw her, you'd remember. I can't remember her name. I don't know where Jeremy is.
Big Worm. I think they have baseball stuff tonight late.
Oh,
so
yeah, Jeremy's Big Worm.
Yeah. Yeah, not that Big Worm. We ain't seen him in a while.
That's okay.
But yeah, that's going to end up being a lot of money I get from them. They have to fix them and get rid of them. Like, they literally are selling them for what they paid for them, and they have to pay me to fix them. But the they consign those things. You don't buy them and sell them. You sell them as, well, you sell them for this much and you owe me this much. Well, pretty much they have to sell them now because they're 5 years old. And yeah.
Wow.
Dude, there's some of them out there that are wrecked and they've been sitting there for 5 years.
Wow.
He wanted way too much money for them, and he didn't do a lot of advertising. I actually met him today, and I have to have a meeting with him tomorrow, the big guy. But I mean, I already got the contract; it doesn't matter. But they eliminated their whole RV repair team. So, and the guys that they had did some half-ass work. They love using Flex Seal. I'm like, you don't use Flex Seal on an RV. I'm sorry. It's a good idea. Yeah, no, it's not a good idea.
As a temporary repair, yes, but not permanent.
Yeah, but oh my God, dude, it's so bad. Well, I probably won't work on it tomorrow because the weather's going to get me this week. But I got to take pictures of everything as I'm doing it anyway. But yeah, no expanding foam, Dan. Yeah,
No.
I did that once in that old camper I had. Eric still has that camper, the Outback.
Does he?
I was over yesterday. His neighbor called me out to look at his truck. It wouldn't start. And Eric came over and I said, "Is that my Outback over there?" And he was like, "Yep." Man, he's got it all cleaned up and he redid the roof on it. And he's still got that old square body Ford truck I sold him too.
Jeez.
Yeah, he tows it with it. He loves that stuff. I miss my old Outback.
My car is it's an Outback, but it's made by Ford. You'd think it's a Subaru Outback.
Yeah, this
Mason,
is.
I don't care. I'll drive it for another 10 years if it'll give it to me.
What?
Mason got hurt.
He hurt his foot on Easter doing something. I don't know.
No, today.
Well, he hurt it again, is what he did. I'm sorry I mentioned my eyes, but man, they are about swelled shut.
Dude, I got some new eye drops and they're working fantastic.
Well, I know what it is because I'm allergic to fiberglass, and when I pulled that roof off, the cap, the walls are fiberglass, and I got some in my arm, and yeah, it's got me going.
You're wearing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was literally. I thought it was a scratch. It was like porcupine needles in there. I was just ping, 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 ping. Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Actually, I got a little something right here. I can feel it turning against the skin.
Mm-hmm.
About the only way to get it's like scrape it with a pocket knife and hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I took
you just destroy the skin so it can't.
I took a heavy duty hand saw, was just like freaking rubbing the crap out of this, and I was like, "Oh, there's some. Oh, there's some." But
well, at least they're keeping you busy.
Oh yeah, and then other work I was like today. I was like, I gotta leave by 2. I gotta go to Springfield, and he was like, "Well, we need you to get this and this and this." I was like, "Hey, bud, you're not the only person I work on RVs, I said, "I'm the only one in the area that will answer a phone. It seems like I got one guy. I'm going to figure out who it is. I want to start a group and get everybody together like a network. But there's one guy out there. If it's an easy, good paying job, and I don't call him back within about 30 minutes, he's on it. But if it's a shit job, he don't answer the call. And I'm like, I'm gonna find out who the hell this is.
Yeah,
in my mind.
He's only looking for the easy money.
Yeah, he's just like, I call him Curry. I call him the gravy sucker.
You remember Melvin Curry?
Mm-mm.
So he used to, way back when, he used to have the camper right there at the point, in front of Steve's camper, and then you were right here, and I was over here. He was right there at the corner where the mirror was and the sign at Greene County.
Oh, across from like where the information sign was.
He was right behind the sign on that corner.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So he moved out of there just like everybody else. Half the damn campground's gone.
Right.
But he knew the guy that ran the RV place in Miamisburg. He was the one I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And I think he said they were trying to reopen it, but they were having trouble with permits.
It doesn't make any sense because there's another business right next to him, RV clinics right next door, literally the next building, like within 8 feet of them.
Well, maybe that's what he was talking about because they were trying to either expand or move over to the next one, and they couldn't get permits or something.
I bet you RV clinic probably nabbed that building as soon as they moved out because those guys, all they do is roofs. And I mean, they got the corner on the market. I send them stuff all the time. Like I don't have the room to do a whole roof. You know, I would love to because they're big money. But
the lady I was talking to tonight, that's one of the old customers from Beaver Creek Auto.
Yeah.
She needs part of her roof repaired on her RV.
Okay. Yeah.
So I never got today.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Just use Flex Seal until it leaks again. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
So that's what they did. I went and looked at one. I gave them an estimate on one. It was, it was a big estimate, and they approved it. And I was like, well, I'm going to need a bunch of dry days because it's a big one, and we can't get it underneath that overhang. So he was like, well, I got this little one that needs sealed up. He's like, we got 2 gallons of Flex Seal. I'm like, well, good for you, bud. And he was like, what's that mean? I said, I'm not using that shit. So then he was like, well, we got roof membrane and adhesive. He was like, if you can just cut that off, because what happens is that the roof membrane gets hot where these things have sit in the sun for 5 years. Well, it shrinks, and it shrunk up. It pulled away probably 2.5, 3 inches. It exposed the OSB underneath of it. Oh, something else with this fucking camper. I've never seen this yet. They stapled the OSB to the roof on that thing. They didn't screw it. They didn't nail it. They didn't glue it. It was literally fucking duct tape and staple.
Great idea.
Yeah. And then that's when he was like, well, how are you going to attach it? I'm like, I'm going to put screws in this son of a gun. I'm going to have it all sealed up. And I said, then, I'm going to let it sit overnight and dry, and then I'll come out tomorrow and I'll skin it. And they did buy the proper membrane for it. So, but what's up, Mohawk? How you doing, buddy?
He says Peggy. I can't remember her last name.
I think Peggy Bundy. Peggy. I don't know. I can't remember that shit anymore.
She had a Suburban and an Impala. And
Peggy Bundy had an Impala?
And I can't remember.
Redhead. What's that? She had an Impala and a Suburban?
Yeah.
Is that the old dark-haired lady that wears the glasses?
Yes.
And she's kind of funnier and shit. She can talk dirty, too. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Now I remember.
You were better at remembering their names than I was.
Yeah, I can't anymore. Like I
that
can remember.
That was then. This is now.
Yeah, I can remember faces real well, but yeah.
You'd remember.
Yeah, but trying to remember where you know them from—that's the hard part.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you like.
I had a guy come down the alley today. I used to work construction with on the side, and he grew a beard and mustache since then. And it's been a couple years, but it's like the only thing I remembered his voice, and it's like.
Right.
Yeah. It took a few minutes, but I remembered.
Well, it's like Jeremy's Uncle Billy. I saw him like last year at the fair or something with the kids, and he walks right up to me. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I'm like, how you doing, bud?" You know, like I look at Cindy and she's like, "That's Billy." And I'm like, "That's Billy," and she's like, "Yeah, Billy." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Now I remember you.
Well, you know, guys see me and they're like, "Oh, you haven't changed a bit." I'm like, "No, I'm just fucking fat." You know?
Well,
Wendy calls it healthy.
Portly.
Wow. Saying you can look at somebody and tell if they're married. It's like, he eats on the regular.
Yeah, that guy's pretty happy. Look at him.
Yeah. He got him a good woman. Look at
That's
that.
right. He knows how to cook. What was it Grandpa used to say? The best woman in the world is a big woman with tattoos, because you know she can cook, and then you got heat in the wintertime and shade in the summer and moving pictures all year long.
Moving pictures. Nice. Never heard that one before.
Oh, my grandfather was fucking full of them.
he was.
Full of them. I look a lot like he did as he got older, that's for sure. He's a little more stockier than me, but and a little bit shorter, but you know.
Can't remember. Mohawk.
CRS,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mohawk. That's my wife's maiden name. That's her initials, is CRS. we fuck with her all the time.
Oh, nice.
That's funny. I didn't even.
Somebody said CRS, and she was like, "That's my initials." And I'm like, "I was surprised you remember that." She was like, "You asshole." Dude, did you see those pictures I got when I went camping though? I put them on Facebook.
I
got a cool. I'm pretty sure it was the Milky Way. I got my cameras. It was, it's dark as shit out there. Check this out. Mike got some really good ones because his phone's got a better camera on it. But yeah, look at this. It probably won't show up very well. Can you see it? Don't look at the tree, because that's actually the fire reflecting the tree. But look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Raise it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did not see any of those.
Oh, it was so cool. We had this perfect freaking, look at this perfect tree.
Oh, wow.
Like, that is like the perfect tree.
Every time
it's going to be the new meme tree.
Yeah, exactly. And then down at the camper beach, somebody took a bunch of the driftwood and they started building a teepee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I found some neat driftwood down there. I'm going to make some walking sticks out of.
Grapevines work great for that.
Every time I pass a real nice shop, I say, man, his wife really loves him.
Yeah, right. So there's the insulation underneath that thing.
Yeah.
And there's no cross beams, and it was stapled. The substrate, the OSB was stapled. Yeah. And about in the middle, well, a little past that, about 2 feet, there's like a 1x1 that was just hanging there, and they had staples in it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What was the price tag on that unit when it was new?
Well, the one that's on it right now is $27,000. And they were like, "Is it worth it?" I'm like, "No." I said, "It's not. It's a brand new unit." I said, "It's 5 years old."
So there are still campers there from when I bought my truck.
Yes. These are brand new, never been idle 2019 and 2020 campers, and there's like 27 of them out there. Dude, there's one out there. They must have left the awning open on it, and it ripped the whole flipping side off of it. Wow. The awning arms are gone. All of the siding's gone. And I'm like,
sounds like
how much was that? I said, you're going to have to open your checkbook on that one. I said, you're going to need to call a manufacturer or something, because that's almost structural. Yeah. Well, the awning, I can tell you right now, the awning arms, just the awning arms are like $700, and that's cost. And then you've got the mechanism is there; it's up underneath of it, but you got to have a new. I got to put a new, a new canvas on it, which Rob can tell you what a pain in the ass those are. And actually, the newer ones are not. The electric ones are better, Rob, because they don't have the garage door spring in them. So they are a little easier, but it still takes 2 people to do them. You really need 3.
But you still got to run the damn thing through the channel of the top of the camper.
Yes.
And that's a 3-man job. It sucks.
It is, dude. It's bad. I've got them down pretty good. Hunter and I can do them, just 2 of us. It takes us about an hour. But dude, there are these guys in Las Vegas, because the sun out there is always horrible. They can replace one in 17 minutes. They are badass. Like it's 2 guys and they are on it. So, like I said, the last one I did is on the rental camper we just bought. I did it for the guy that owned it. It took me about an hour. It was me and Hunter. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, when this other place used to sell the RVs, it was called Gander Mountain and then Gander Outdoors. And they had so many campers cram packed in there, you couldn't even get inside to see them.
That's what he was saying. Unfinished project. They were so close together you couldn't.
Well, that's why I was bringing it up, because of him talking about that.
Oh, I was saying
I went to the RV show.
You think if they sold a bunch of them, they'd have parking lot space.
This parking lot's gigantic, but if they spaced them out, they would lose spots for 1 or 2 more campers. So we went to the camper show, and then they ended up taking the campers and staggered them so that you could get inside and look at them.
Okay.
So you saw me, I'm 6'4". My legs are really damn long.
They still got them crammed in there.
Well, I got underneath this table. I got underneath this table and tried to slide my ass down the seat, and I broke the goddamn table.
They're junk.
I looked over this dude and I'm like,
really? You going to charge me for that?
Was it a Coleman camper by chance, or a Thor?
Man, that's been a few years, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
I urge everyone not to buy. Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny, Dan? Where that McNulty RV is, that's where my window tent guy is now. That's where Chris Clark's window tent shop is. Oh, did you see that Chris Morgan's got where Jiffy Lube used to be? Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it. I live in my mom's basement.
Oh, you're one of them guys.
Yeah, I'm the keyboard warrior.
I got a room in the back street. Is there a room in the back with a lock on it?
We had one trolling Brenna the other day, and that's the first thing I told him was, I said, first of all, move out of your mom's basement. Second of all, go get a job and get out in the real world and learn how the world really works. He was just I can't even say it. He wears the white cap that's really elongated on the top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell Brendan to give me his number.
Oh, dude, no, we lit this guy up. He was probably crying by the time we got done with him. Between me and Brenna and her one friend that just actually passed the bar, and he lit into this guy's ass. It was hilarious. And of course, all he could come back was, "Oh, whatever you say." I said, "Well, you guys need to get a life and get a job." I'm like,
That's the kind of stuff you want to record it, even if you don't have video. You can get audio.
I've been around social media long enough. What was hilarious, the last comment that killed it was I said, "Go find someone else to troll."
Nice.
I'll have the dude wanting to suck on the barrel of the gun by the time I'm done with him.
That may happen. I mean,
What?
uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mohawk asked the question. Colleen, how's Damien doing? Did you see
Yeah,
his
how is
Facebook
he
post?
doing, man? I saw his
Yeah,
Oh,
right
face
there.
all busted
Uncle
up
Jason,
from
right here.
It's
That's Don.
Star.
Yep, that's Don.
That's Don.
And
That's
there's Uncle Jason.
This is Uncle Jason.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Hello.
You got your backpack on? What's on your backpack?
That's the unicorn backpack.
Oh, unicorn. Okay.
And
Cool.
Marissa said hi right here. So she says, hi, Mogi.
Hi, Mogi.
It's a Rooster Racer.
Yeah, the race car, yeah.
Can I see it?
Nice. I saw that happening about 10 seconds.
So,
Dragon.
no.
You gotta hold him from the other side though.
Looky, Uncle Jason showing you race car. Look. See?
Guess where I got that from?
Star.
Did I have a race car?
I got that from Ashley. I got that from your auntie Ashley.
Auntie Ashley gave that to Uncle Jason.
Yeah. She gave me this one too.
You got race cars in your book bag, baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. I'm gonna get you a big girl bed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I love you.
Thank you.
It's Lisa.
What
Love
is
you.
mine?
I'm gonna get you a big girl bed.
How's Don doing?
I ain't doing too bad.
How's your brother doing?
He's all right. If I can keep him at my house, we're doing great. If he's down there, I don't see him.
Oh, he's got a woman folk now, doesn't he?
I fixed it.
Nice. I literally just saw her going.
Thank God it's only plastic.
That's right.
Spring loaded.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh,
no, it's like
I didn't see Rich was in here. What's up, Rich? That was a long time ago too. Sorry, buddy. I was just scrolling back through. We get to shooting a shit and we don't know who's in here.
it's kind of tough.
Hey.
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough with a 9-volt, but it's a 12-volt LED for a trailer.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, a little flashy light. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just a 9-volt battery. I can take a dome light. It's got like 38 LEDs in it and light it with this 9-volt.
Oh yeah. The LEDs don't take shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like.
That back for in 20 years. Yeah. We've
Well,
got
I
a lot
brought-
of video for her.
We brought one to No Name, and I ran it over the camping grill for like 3 or 4 hours. I just made a couple alligator clips and clipped it on here and laid it on top. I just hung it from the corner. It's like
Hunter made me
Yeah.
this thing that
never did go dead.
it's you snap it on the top of like a DeWalt battery, and it's got a fog light on it, like you'd put on like a razor or something, got like 5 LEDs in it, bright as shit. I could run it all day, but I'll tell you what, you grab it in the wrong spot, that thing is hot, like it's hot. But yeah, it'll run all day, and it's plenty of light.
Moak says, wow, Don. I looked up. It looked like you were about to light an M80.
Mm-hmm. He's about to let her rip, wasn't he, Mohawk?
Yeah. No, that would have been this one.
There you go. I had one.
No, this one's cool. This one's a turn signal. It can.
Oh, okay. Stoplight, tail light. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I
had
work
one-
with these every day. It's like, oh, that's garbage. We'll just throw that out. They throw shit in the garbage.
No, we take it home. Right.
We acquire.
That's right.
No, but I was thinking if I could adapt these into the Plymouth, if I can make them fit the bulb bucket, I can take like a half pint mason jar, screw the lid fast to the body, and use that little half
Oh
pint.
yeah, for a reflector. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the red with the bulb. I don't need it with the lens.
Right. Yeah.
That way, if I wanted to work on it, all I have to do is unscrew the mason jar.
Right. Pull it out. Yeah.
Work
You know
on
what
it
I
from
want to
both
try and
ends.
find?
A power probe is the best tool to have. One of.
Yeah, just be careful with it because you can let the smoke out of shit with it. You know what I want to
You
find?
keep the
Ron?
breaker turned on.
I don't remember if your OBS Chevy had this, but mine did. It had the little underhood light that the cord retracted. I want to find one of those, and I have been looking forever. It was like a little trouble light that mounted under the hood, Don, and literally you could pull the cable out and go all the way around to the back of the car. And it was a little incandescent light. Yeah, it was like, I want to find one of those.
It was, I think, a 124 bulb or something like that.
It was so freaking cool. And then you just wound it back up right into the hood in this little caddy. It was neater than shit. I've been looking for them. I can't. Yeah.
I want one of those R2D2 beer coolers. Toyota Supras had those triple lights too. Mine didn't.
Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah.
I had an 84 Supra.
Those were the coolest thing ever.
That's what I was going to do with these dome lights. Is I just saying hook alligator clip. You can hook it to any
Yeah,
battery.
and just pull it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have in my work van, I have a power inverter and all that stuff, but one of my old actually before I got this is a ring light over here, I had like a square puck light that went up here.
Yeah.
And it ran off a USB. Well, I mounted it in the ceiling of the van. And at night, actually, I mounted it on the oh shit handle for the back seat people, which I don't have back seats. So I can click it down and I can aim it out, like outside the van. And that thing is bright, like super bright.
Yeah, Dan, I had an 84 that was a straight 6.5 speed. I had it for like, I don't know, 3-4 months.
5-speed sounds fun.
Oh, dude, this thing will last.
The Supras will go yet. Well, I mean, that's the 2JZ.
It would whip my Camaro.
Yeah, that's the 2JZ. That was a bad MF.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Okay.
Warren's mom had a Toyota Cressida that had a 2.8 inline V6, not the 3-liter. And this was a big car back then. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, if you read my business card, it's like Don English Acquisitions.
Don English Acquisitions and was sanitary engineer.
I'm going to show my age, but you used to have a toy
voyage to the bottom of the sea submarine. I never had one, but I know what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about. And the only reason I do is because my grandmother used to have a miniature shop that was attached to a Goodwill. And when all the toys and stuff would come in, whenever I was there, the women loved me. So they would let me go back to where all the stuff came in. Yeah. And I would dig through the toys. And I remember finding one. I found one of the Bionic Mans that you look through the eye. It was like the red with the crosshair. Man, that thing was so freaking cool, dude. And all the big G.I. Joes and the G.I. Joe Command Center that was like the Winnebago,
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, right, yeah. Shit's probably got so many.
What was the one where you wound it up?
Oh, Evil Knievel. Evil Knievel, baby. Yeah, woo! Yeah.
I had a ton of those.
Man, how many ramps did kids send that off of?
Dude, you know how many bike ramps we made?
We'll use his design.
The Napoleon Dynamite scene came up where he was like, hey, have you jumped off any sweet jumps?
Jumps.
Pedro jumps it. And he's like, you got like 3 feet of air. He's like, you want to try? And he hits it. And fucking ramp breaks and he racks himself. Oh!
We've all done it.
I might have peed a little bit laughing at that one. I'm just saying.
Wow. We've all built not adequate ramps.
We put a piece of 3/4-inch subfloor on top of wheels.
That was
And
a
the only
great
thing that
idea.
would happen when we stacked 2 wheels on top of each other so we could get some more air, the wheels would slide.
Imagine that.
So Grandpa, being who he was, he vice gripped them together for us.
Go ahead, kids. Fucking break a leg. Don't give a shit. Hey, you know what? That's how we are the way we are now.
Tell you what,
doing lamp posts.
kids nowadays will never wreck a bike like we wreck bikes.
Oh no. Well, Damien did.
Oh, wow.
And I hope he's okay. I really do hope he's okay.
Wow, bicycles.
Man, I made a go-kart.
I don't know what
one
he was
time.
on, but he
Yeah, I
He's
think he was
like-
on the mini. I think he was on the mini bike and he didn't
that's
have his
what I was
helmet on.
wondering.
Yeah, I made a
He's like-
downhill. I wanted to build a soapbox derby car because they used to have the soapbox.
Wait a minute, you
derby
talking about
axles.
Damien on Facebook where he had the patch over his face?
Yeah.
No, that was his Harley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was bad. So yeah.
Oh, I thought he wrecked the mini bike. It doesn't matter.
I did too. Yeah.
I
I
recommend
was
it.
going down one of our main drags and my foot slipped off the pedal and I rolled my mountain bike. And
Mhm.
dude, I had road rash on my hip for 6 months.
Wow.
I
Remember
used
when
like 30 miles an hour.
James went to bunny hop the manhole cover and his front wheel came off and he just that's why he always wears a beard now because he busted his
Yeah.
chin. But what I did was we used to have the soapbox derby over on Airway Hill long time ago.
Yeah.
And I wanted to build a soapbox derby car. Of course, we were poor, so I
still
built
here?
my own. And I was coming down Spinning Road down the hill. And like you said, Rob, my feet, that was my brakes doing this. Well, they flipped. And dude, that thing flipped over and I drug my knees for probably 100 feet. It was so bad. So bad my knees were skinned up. Like kids now would probably not have made it through it. Like it was horrible.
Wow. No, that would.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was a mini bike.
He
I
is
swear to
good,
God, I
real
ran
good.
with a Harley.
Oh man, that's.
I thought it said something about a mini bike, but I just saw you had like the patch over it, and then it said like gore in the comments, and I looked.
Gore in the comments.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Stitches
oh
and
man,
everything.
like people would be
Oh,
wearing that for a
man.
while.
I hope he's good. So
Just take a little off the side.
he doesn't know the Harley Patriot.
Gotcha, Colleen.
I'm glad he's okay, Colleen. Tell him.
He
best
got messed
wishes.
up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Did the bike fuck up or did he fuck up?
I don't know.
Well, I know he said. If I remember right, he says I usually wear my helmet, but I didn't, and
Oh,
yeah. Hey, I jumped off the back of a golf cart over at Indy one year, and I can tell you all about getting busted up and not having a good time.
I do my own stunts.
Yeah, I definitely did my own stunts there.
no stuntman needed.
Well, it's like we're going to Indy 500, and my wife keeps telling me, she was like, "You're not allowed around golf carts. You're not allowed to drink liquor." Like she's got a lot of rules.
Here's your list of do's and here's your list of
Yeah.
don'ts.
You have to check in every day at 5, and then you have to check in
Yeah.
every day at 10. So
Yeah.
I can tell you to go to fuck to bed.
Right?
You ran to.
So I think what happened was I was on the back of a golf cart, like a normal golf cart. It didn't have a back seat, so I was straddling the actual golf bag. We were at the drag strip. We were at Indianapolis Raceway Park, which whatever they call it now. And somebody
so-
said, "Oh, the rear shock needs adjusted." So I was bouncing up and down the rear shock, and then next thing I know, I'm getting loaded into the ambulance, and because I was out.
Wow.
So, hi, Wendy.
Well, you should have wore your helmet.
I definitely needed a helmet. dude, I've got it's either this side or this side. There's a scar over here. I can show it to you, but my face was just,
No.
it was like Damien's. It was all ripped up. My knuckles were all ripped up. And that's when we found out that you cannot buy cold beer in Indiana. I don't know if you guys ever know that rule. You can buy cold wine, but you cannot buy cold beer. You can buy beer and you can buy ice. Because the guys that I went with that came and got me from the hospital, they were pissed off because, first of all, I messed up their buzz. And then on the way home, we couldn't buy cold beer. The whole, like.
So you had to buy a warm one and chill it yourself.
Yes. Like, where we live, like the beer cooler is full of beer. Like you go in, it's beer. Wine's all on the shelf. Exact opposite. Beer's all in the middle. Wine's all in the cooler. Yeah, some weird Indiana rule.
You reach in there, your hands going numb in 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, they were kind of pissed off.
If you put a half a thing of salt in there, it gets colder that much faster.
Well, we actually learned that. So that's funny you say that. The guy in the
it turns all your beers into margaritas.
Yeah, the guy in the gas station, he says, "Okay, guys, you want cold beer? Here's what you gotta do." He's like, "You buy that. You buy a bag of ice, you buy the beers, and you buy a thing of Morton salt." And they had the giant things of Morton salt. And he's like, "You pour that whole sumbitch in your cooler." He said, "Those beers will be cold in no time."
Don, your arm got hairy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
did she get off the chair onto the table? Yeah.
Yeah, it was earlier. Yeah,
that one seems pretty cool. She's pretty laid back compared to the great.
Yeah, but she lays right in front of me. I can't. That's why I get live, because I can't reach a keyboard.
Right.
I always tell them, you have hands, pick her up.
Does that one get up and leave when you light a cigarette?
She don't like lighters.
She don't like lighters.
She don't like cigarettes.
I've always noticed cats don't like smoke, like regardless of what it is, like fire, a cigarette.
Wow.
Yeah.
Button down, she'll.
It's because they're smarter than we are.
Right. They have a whole lot more intuition than we do.
It's bad. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, but as soon as I put the cigarette out, cat comes back anyway. So all I'm doing is killing myself faster for 5 minutes.
Damn cat, gotta light one up. Yeah. I've
done it. Sometimes I get away with just putting it in my mouth and pretending I'm going to light it. But then when shit like that happens, usually she goes over and wants to get in the cupboard, and I got to get the spray bottle and hit her from here.
You see what Colleen said? The one time you don't wear a helmet, look on the bright side, your helmet's okay.
Wow. Technically, there's a point there.
Poor guy. Right. Yeah. You got to think about it on the bright side. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad he's not messed up. That's for sure.
But Jason, we don't have that gray cat anymore.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she overstayed her welcome.
Well, she attacked Don, and Don's leg got infected.
Oh no!
Can you?
Wow, is that the one? Is that the one that was it? Wendy tripped over and it messed her? Did you trip over her one night? Yeah.
Same one.
Yeah, that cat was evil. Yeah.
That's how Don got his name One Eye Cat, because she was all he seen was a hiding hole.
Right. Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah.
All the time.
Nice job, Tom.
Don walked by her and she attacked his leg.
Wow, I was out to the garage all day, and I'd come in and the cat would be like, and it's like, you're leaving that fast. And it was like, I had to step through her getting out the door, and she just kind of, it's like, you little son of a bitch.
Oh,
right.
It was enough. She got a good hook into me. And a day or two later, it was like, that thing's infected. It's like, that cat got to go.
Yeah.
It's like a dog that bites a kid.
Mohawk,
It was a claw.
Oh,
two different helmets. I had the helmet I rode when I rode my Hurricane, and then I had my helmet I rode with my quad.
Yeah.
I still have the helmet I rode with my quad.
That's one thing I've always been adamant with Hunter is, like, I don't care if you have motorcycles, Hunter.
I think
you got to have long pants and a fucking helmet on. Like I don't. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I paid $20 for that helmet at a rummage sale.
nice.
And
And
John's like
yeah,
that.
but
John said that looks like a watermelon.
yeah.
Gallagher's watermelon.
Actually, I'm going to.
And I have always
I'm
been
gonna
adamant
go-
about wearing helmets in the race car because you never know what's going to happen, regardless of how.
Lovejoy.
You know.
Peggy Lovejoy.
Wow. I even recommend my seatbelt, even though it's a lap belt. I'd take that over getting. You see these car
You
crashes.
gotta have a seatbelt on, and you gotta have a helmet on.
I am.
And
A,
Oh,
once you
that-
get-
I'm
once
just,
you
that
get
reminds
some
me
car
of-
with some crazy fuel and stuff, man, have some gloves on, have some pants on, have a jacket on. Not that it even has to be a fireproof jacket, just one more layer. I know it's hotter than hell, but I've seen guys
Say-
get messed up in some slow cars, and it's not fun. I mean, I've seen guys happen worse in my life too, not just get messed up, but not being around anymore.
I am a seatbelt.
I'll be right back. Papa,
That
hold
re-
on.
That
Jason
reminds
gets back in here. I'm going to run up and grab my helmet so you can see it. You'll love it.
Don wants to paint that one.
Yeah, I got to get away from the watermelon deal.
So
John-
I'm thinking about going white with the red Mopar M on the back.
heck yeah.
But John and what's that dude's name?
The tech guy?
Yeah, the tech guy, Zeke.
Yeah.
It can be painted. We made sure of that. Don wants to paint it.
Well, yeah, but it's got this little dot sticker on the back. I'll tape off so that
Yep.
it's still legit.
Deke.
Yeah, Deke. But I paid $20 for that.
Tell you what, it rips my ears off every time I take it off.
Well, it's supposed to fit good like that.
I know. I know.
That's because you have a big head.
Well,
Let's keep this PG, guys. Come on.
No, I didn't mean there. I meant
All right, I'll be right back. Hang on. Don't go nowhere.
he knows he's cutting into my beauty sleep, right?
Yeah, right. And he's about done. You only got like 8 minutes to go, so
That's all right.
you need a lot of beauty sleep though, just like me. So I get it. I get it. We got to have our beauty sleep.
Saying it might not work, but we give it a hell of a try.
That's right. We give it all we got, don't we? I even take naps to try and make up for it.
Don's had a rough 4 days, man. Working on
Wow.
his sister's car.
Yeah, well, it's shit happens.
And then he went to bed Sunday.
Hey, we might
Oh,
get
yeah.
another one-eyed cat here. Whoa, that was close.
And then I
Yeah,
went to
she's ready for a haircut.
I said she seems pretty cool. She's not real aggressive like the other one was. So.
No, but notice how close to my face she is.
Oh, look. What's your belly rubs, Dad? Oh,
that's my girl right there.
she's making biscuits. Did you see her? She was like,
Oh no, she needles me to death.
Lars, what's up, brother man?
If I try and take a quick power nap, she'll lay right on my rib cage, and it's I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, I can't get away from it.
That's my Maine Coon right there.
Hey, Lars, come on in, buddy. You got 7 minutes. Oh, that'll work. I thought it was an angry taco.
It reminds me of it reminds me of the Taco Bell moon.
That's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
What are you about?
But Shane Six, he's a local guy that airbrushes. This is my quad helmet.
All right. For what it's worth, if I go to prep this helmet for paint,
With your little Shelby jacket on.
do I just give it a light sand, or I know I got to tape shit off, but I don't know how to prep.
That's my baby girl.
Yeah, baby.
That's my pain in my ass, baby girl.
Oh,
Wow.
whatever. You love it.
I
We
love
all
her.
got
baby.
those.
Love you, Brenna. Does
She's
she
already back upstairs.
attack
She's got something.
toes
She's got something
you?
cooking. I can hear the microwave going on.
That's all right.
People got to eat.
Yep.
We ought to use our microwave. I like my air fryer.
Air fryer's freaking rock.
Does she attack your
Dude, I
toes?
cook
at
my
the middle of
brats
the
in
night?
my air fryer now.
We got a
Oh,
new stove a couple months ago. I ain't sure when I got it. Right now, it has an air fryer in it. It's like, oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, yeah. Our new stove has in the oven's an air fryer. Yeah. We got this new badass air fryer in our camper now. We don't even freaking I have never used the oven in my camper yet because we always use the air fryer. So that's a good kiggy. Look at that one. My cat's an asshole if she ever shows up down here. She's
this one's an asshole. She needs a haircut, Wendy.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was going to do it last weekend, but you got busy on.
I know. Well, you're going to need all 3 days to get it done.
Yeah, she's got some hair on her.
3 days my ass. Last time I had to do it myself. Because
Well,
blood meds, thinners because he had a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
5 days.
Don, this one's going to get worked on too.
All right. So what do they do for prep?
Save her by myself.
They
can
might.
you just
They'll probably
Well, my
wet
dad's a
sand it.
body man, so yeah.
see, now she got to go. She's starting to clean.
I was expecting an
No.
OSU helmet. That's right.
Don, pick her up and put her on.
Uh-oh.
She shut Dawn off.
I got this.
That's right,
from,
old Mac. We're Buckeyes till we die, buddy.
I got this from Dylan.
Here's you some OSU stuff right here, old Mac.
Who's Dylan? Levi.
Levi. Yeah.
I know him as. I thought his name was Levi.
Yeah. That's his last name.
Yeah.
He's Dylan. Yeah. You strip it, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I
See
haven't
old
decided.
Mac, he's like, I expected an OSU helmet. I was like, okay, I'll put my OSU hat on.
Mohawk says strip it, scuff it, and prime it. Then point.
Oh, John Wilburn, what's up? What's up, air fryer enthusiast? That's right.
Oh, I'm back. See, I tried pushing the cat out of the way, and she closed out the window.
That's what I said.
Oh,
I
there
think
you
she-
are. Sorry, Wilburn. I didn't see you pop in there. It must have been when I was upstairs.
You go, old Mac. Put your Michigan hat on, bud. That's the only person that
Oh, Don,
Ryan Day hasn't beat yet.
I did wash your Levi hat in the hat rack.
All right, it was due.
Yeah, it's hanging over there.
All right, I'll find it. Well, I jumped back and forth between this one, and notice it's starting to show a little dust layer there.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can't say the last time I put a damn hat on.
Well, I wore it for the winter,
Me
and it's
either.
about that time. I'll,
Yeah,
I'll
I
wear it
need-
to work. I'll
I
lay it
needed
on
one
the
on
shelf.
today because my ass was getting burnt today. It got
Yes,
it
it
got
is a
hot.
shade tree.
Yeah.
Why'd you put your Harley up for sale, Mohawk?
Go away. Quit your licking. You know that
Gonna
doesn't
buy
fly.
some nitrous oxide for that dog. That's what he's gonna do.
Just set it right here in the corner.
Now, we did get some new hats from like Napa and stuff like that at
Yeah.
work. And I bought a hat from Amazon to go fishing with because my neck was getting burnt.
It had that back drape thingy.
Yeah. Well, it was too small for my head, so I didn't wear it.
Well, because you got a fat head.
So I had a ball cap, so I just put it on backwards to, stop and burn my neck. Yeah, it didn't help.
When you're out there for that much time, the angle of the sun makes it.
Oh, dude, I'll spend 6-8 hours out there on my bass boat. I don't care.
Oh, I know, and there's no relief out there.
I need a mullet.
There you
Yeah,
go.
old Mac.
See,
I
Dan's
do miss
got-
the
he's always
motion
got the
and
answer.
Woody Hayes.
So I'll show you a funny picture.
Yeah, and old Mac, our last name is Hayes, by the way. So yeah, we definitely miss the Woody Hayes days. And Bo Shuffler. I mean, I do miss that.
Don,
You can't have Ohio State without Michigan. So just gonna say that right now.
read the comments. Mohawk said something about helmet wise. Up there.
That's the Bo and Woody days. Oh, that's not it.
Nah, it's Mohawk said
Scrape
strip
it.
of primer and paint. Yeah.
Primer the. I'll strip it. But how do I strip it? Is it a painted layer on top, or is it a?
There's my hair under my hat.
Oh, your hair. Yeah.
Oh, high maintenance.
Yeah, he's got
There.
a bro fro if he lets his hair grow out. He can't grow them all. He can't
Not
grow them
then.
all.
Not then. I could just it laid down everywhere because it was so damn heavy.
I remember back in school, you'd see dudes that have the hair that would just part perfect, and they can just go, and it was fixed. Ours was all bedhead every day, nothing you could do.
Oh yeah, when Don came back from Mississippi, he had a big old afro.
Wow, we played it that way. I didn't get it cut for a year.
Don was Foxy Brown one day.
And I wondered why I couldn't find a job.
His mom took him to the barber shop.
Well, she knows a lady. We stopped and got my hair cut before we even made it to the house.
Oh, Mohawk.
It was. I fluffed it up for the
Mohawk needs a
picture.
fuel
I
card.
swear to God, it was all.
I was cursed from the rip.
Who's that little girl?
I was gonna say that looks like a little girl.
That's me, damn it.
Well, nowadays. Well, gender identity crisis has been around for longer than people realize.
Bob, did you change?
Ish.
Yeah, he cut his hair.
I'm still lesbian though.
No,
That's right.
a girl.
No, you're, Rob's a woman trapped in a man's body, but it's okay because he's a lesbian.
No sword fighting.
Yeah, no docking.
Your turn.
What? Yeah.
What? Peg?
Need a car that gets great gas mileage between Crystal and me, where you get over 700 miles of Dodge that last one. Damn, that's a lot of miles, man.
In a
Yeah,
month.
Harley is probably not the greatest thing to be going back and forth to doctor 700 miles.
I recommend a company vehicle if you're driving.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, it's after 10. Bad influences.
Yeah.
Well,
Whole lot of bad influences in here,
No.
but
Mama always said nothing good ever happened after whatever insert time here.
Yeah,
midnight. Nothing good ever happens after midnight.
Yeah.
Depends on how
My
much.
grandma needs to stay up a little bit later and find out the real truth.
Don, you didn't send food home to Ron, did you?
Just
I can remember.
just a plate.
I can remember staying up late
Paper
with my
plate.
grandma. My grandma was our grandma was a third shift person. And I can remember staying up late with her and watching Johnny Carson and, Showtime after hours and all that shit. And,
Waiting
Gallagher.
for the channel to go away for the night.
Yeah.
And I tried to go to bed before midnight because I did bad things after midnight, so I had to curb all that.
Yeah, the guys in the little white coats always call me like, "Where's Robbie at?" I'm like, "What time is it? Midnight?" Oh, he's probably in bed, but you might find him out. Might find him out laying in the front yard. I don't know.
That's after midnight.
I
Or
don't
the-
stay up after midnight anymore. It's impossible.
I've been known to go out to the lake and stay out there till 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, when you're out there fishing, you kind of lose track of time. It's kind of nice.
That's it. One more
Get
cast.
lost in the stars and just sitting there enjoying everything. Yeah, it's easy to do.
I was
It
already
was just creepy. It was just creepy when we were coming in at night because it's no lake, so we had to go really slow. And like you can't really tell how fast you're going at night because it's like they did get the lights fixed at the dock finally after what's it been 5 years? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Well, that's a
The
plus.
east where there's actual lights down there now.
I was already out on a boat once, and that's when Rick Youngkin took us fishing at nighttime.
Oh, we did it all the time, especially in
On a
Jason
bike,
June.
yeah, on a boat at night, it's kind of creepy because it takes you forever to get back because it's no wake. You know?
Yes, you want
No.
your night vision. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
no!
like you have no reference
No.
to how fast you're
Hold
going.
on. Hold on. Jason had 2 fucking LEDs on the front of this pontoon that lit up the whole fucking lake.
They were pretty bright, but it was weird. It didn't light the water up; it lit everything else up around it. Like it was weird. Yeah.
Well, because this friend of ours, he used to go bow fishing, so he had these big halogens that shone down into the water.
Oh yeah.
You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
everything under the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, they go into carp tournaments and
We
they
tried
take
the
those
whole
blue
light
plastic barrels
fishing
and
thing.
just fill them.
It didn't help us at all.
That's true, Mohawk. I agree with that comment. See that comment, Mohawk, man.
I had a 59 panhead, if that counts, once.
No, they're
Never
just
got to
they're all
start it.
trying. They all want to lean toward this whole woke cancel society bullshit because they think that's where all the money is. No,
Yeah.
it's not. That's all the dumbasses. Don't lean towards that. You know, it's just like when Bud Light did the whole thing. Like, you're an idiot. Like, don't know that. That's not where your money is. If you're trying to appease the whatever society. No, that's not. You don't appease your society. Support your society. Don't worry about the other society because they don't support you.
Yep.
They don't like you. So yeah, I do believe. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. The only reason I got rid of mine is because I just didn't have time to enjoy it anymore. It was just like, I got rid of the damn sports bike because it about got me killed. And then I bought that panhead to rebuild it and ride it because top speed in that bike was only like 65 miles an hour.
Right.
I'm like, I can't go fast on that.
I have owned one Harley in my whole life. I owned it for about 6 weeks. I bought it as a bucket. I got it running. I took it out and drove it literally around the block. I about got hit twice, and I got rid of it. Like, nope.
That was a pretty ass bike, though.
It was, too, and it's a shame. And I really like that bike, but, like, yeah, nope, not doing it. Sorry.
Look at Hispanic Snow White. What the fuck? Whoa.
No, I agree, Mohawk. I agree, bud. I said I am so sick of this whole woke cancel culture bullshit, and the people that are creating this mess are worthless, completely worthless. They don't contribute anything to society. I don't give a shit what you say. And my kids get mad at me when I talk about that, but then I can sit them down and explain it to them. They're like, "Oh wow, you're right, Dad." I'm like, "Yeah." I don't. First of all, I don't care, and second of all, I'm going to tell you how it is. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not woke. I'm not worried about. I'm
I
not
caught-
worried about hurting your feelings.
I caught wind of some of it and I just blew it off.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's, I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit because
Well,
you know
none of
what?
my kids do
Eventually,
that shit. They just do
yeah,
what they
all
do.
that's gonna go by the wayside, and you guys are gonna be all over here whining and crying like, I don't owe you shit. You've never done shit, and you're not gonna be shit. Yeah,
Feelings have
you.
nothing
I
to
don't
do with it.
They want to do a Black Rapunzel.
Not going there, Mohawk. Not
Yeah,
going there. Yeah,
how are they going to let down your hair?
yeah, not going there because it's. Never mind. I'm not doing it. Yeah, not doing it.
Reputa.
Open the door, bitch.
Oh, Andrew dies.
Reputa.
I don't see
All right.
a black Rapunzel being good for repelling, but it's stuff a hell of a mattress.
I mean, it'd be a good stop if he jumped out. Like yeah.
Laying on her head. Just jump,
If she picked
black
enough
Rapunzel. Just jump, land
Must
on
be
your
a-
head.
All right, I gotta get off here, guys.
Me too.
All
I'm,
right,
gonna,
now that we're on that,
I'm gonna ride that one out, and I just gotta stop. Later, bro.
We're gonna dab it
Love
out. Love you. I'm out.
See you guys.
Have a good week. We'll see you soon.
We're gonna help try.
all right,
Mohawk
Yeah,
would be.
we'll
a
see you
beard.
next.
Yep. All right, guys. You guys take it easy and have good what's left of your week. And I'm sure Jason's probably not going to Thursday because he's been so damn busy, but we will definitely get back on here next Tuesday.
All
So-
right, we'll look for you.
You guys stay safe in the storms and shit, and we will holler at you later. Peace.
Good night, all.